Hi students, good afternoon. My name is Miriam Burbano and I am a Revolution English coach. And let's say hello to Stephanie. Stephanie's here with us. Hi Stephanie.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie. I am one of the tutors as well for Revolution English, and we look forward to working with you very soon.
All right, so what we're doing here today is telling you what is Revolution English and giving you some information, some tips, some phone numbers, things that you will need throughout the program. At the beginning is going to be like, I don't know if this is going to work, which is absolutely fine. But after that, little by little, we will get there. And technology is going to be our biggest fan or our wonderful friend. Because through technologies that we're going to be reaching out to you, we're going to be emailing and sending videos and all this kind of fun stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing this afternoon. Stephanie, let's go to the next one.
Sure.
How is that we're going to be helping you to improve your English? That is the question. Well, the answer is we're going to do it through immersion. Many of you maybe already know what immersion is, but immersion is spending some time, and this time would be like 4 hours or more a day, trying to achieve a goal or trying to conquer something. In this case, trying to master a language, English. So I want to hear from Stephanie. Stephanie, do you have an example of that in your life you've used immersion to accomplish any goal in your life?
Yes, so actually when I learned Spanish at home, it was through immersion basically because that was all my parents spoke. So I spoke Spanish in the house at home. So everything around me was Spanish, and that's how I learned to speak it and then eventually read it and write it. So that was my experience with immersion to learn a language.
Mm-hmm. And it actually works. It works because not only languages, but let's say that you want to learn how to play a guitar or the piano, or want to learn how to cook, or I don't know, you're a sport person and you want to play basketball. Well, the more time you spend doing that you want to do, the faster you're going to learn. So in this case, immersion is going to help us through listening, to speaking, through reading, to thinking, and yes, why not? We're going to be also dreaming in English. All these things that we're going to do, and we are going to help you. We're kind of going to give you specific things that you can do. And immersion is not something that we came up with or that we invented, sadly. It's a philosophy, or it's a concept that is well known. In this case, you can see the New York Times talking about how immersion helps to learn language. And so you can do a little bit of research so you know what it is, and you apply the strategies that we're going to share with you, and they are going to help you to learn faster, because learning by itself is really slow, and but the more you do something, the easier it's going to become for you. And how is that we're going to connect this thing about immersion, learning, and Revolution English? Well, we have 3 big steps. And the first step is that we're going to be sending you daily text and weekly email messages. We're going to send you strategies and different things that if you apply them when we send it to you, or let's say that you receive a text, and at that moment you click that link and you start singing. And as Stephanie used to say, it doesn't matter if we don't sing that well. The idea is for you to practice your English. And then the step number 2, what is step number 2? Is practice conversation with your tutor every week. So every week you're going to be meeting with a real person, and you're going to have the time to practice what you know. Most of us know a lot of things, a lot of words, a lot of ideas. But because we don't communicate in English often enough, it's very difficult for us to say those things that we want to say. And in this case, you will have that tutor that for a whole hour is going to be speaking to you, talking to you, are going to have a great conversation. It's going to be fun, and you're going to practice your English. And of course, number three. Number three is something that we call the super classes. And we have 2 super classes every month. So we're going to tell you more about it. What is each one of them? And kind of explain to you. But in order for you to receive all those 3 things, the big 3 steps, that is Revolution English, we need you to have high-speed internet access, either for your cell phone or cable internet at home. So it would be great if you use your computer at home, because the screen is bigger, that's all. But you can use your cell phone as well. And then you have to have an email, and you have to check the text that we are going to be sending you. Now you have to make sure that you check your email to see what's new, and also the text messages, because we will be sending you links. Just click that link, and for sure you will find something that is important to you, and also to join the classes. It's going to be very simple. After the first or 2 classes, it's just a matter of clicking a link, and you will be online with your tutor. And then the third thing, as I said, a computer or a smartphone. That way, it's easy for you to see your tutor. You're going to be listening to what he has to say, but also you will be able to communicate with him. Now, if something shows up and is not what it's supposed to be, and you are unable to do something because of whatever link doesn't work, we always will have support for you. So you have to write this number down: 424-255-8219. And so you can call the number. We will call you back, and we will support you in any way that we can, or anything that you need to be supported with technology or questions or anything.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and show you some examples of some of the daily text messages you might be receiving from us very soon. On the screen, you see an example of a text message that you might get. For example, we might send you a song to sing, to practice. And like we've been saying, it's okay if you don't have a great voice. The idea is that you practice saying more words in English. So again, these text messages are free. There's no extra payments for the text messages, but the only thing that we want you to do is to check in with your cell phone company, because if you get charged for each text message, then that's the cost you have to pay. But if you have unlimited text messaging, this won't affect you in any way. So again, if you do not have unlimited text messaging, you want to make sure you know all of this information with your cell phone company before you continue on with the program, because you will be getting these messages like every day. And please click on the links that we send you on these text messages. The text messages will have a link. All you have to do is click it, and it'll take you to the strategy or activity that we want to share with you for that day. We will also send you emails with tips and strategies to practice English. So please be checking your emails very often so that you don't miss out on these opportunities to practice more English. We will send you a lot of great tools and emails, so please make sure you check those emails, because like I said, they will help you with your practice.
Yes, that's the way that we're going to be communicating to you, sending the resources that you need to every day improve your English. So let's say that you don't have to open the email or click the link at that moment. Just make sure that you do it, I don't know, later on in the day, because it is so super important that you do it, that you practice each one of them. So also you will have, as I said before, your practice conversations with your tutor every day, and that is going to be for 1 hour. So imagine that you're going to be preparing and listening to music and reading and listening anything in English that you can, because you need to be prepared for when your conversations happening with your tutor, that you're going to be ready to talk. However, if there are questions that you have, if you want to talk about specific subjects, your tutor will be there. Let me give you an example. A student needed to have a job interview. And so the day that he had the tutoring time, he told the tutor that he was going to go into a job interview, and both of them practiced. And actually, it worked beautifully because the student got the job and he felt very comfortable at the job interview. If you're going to be absent, then you will lose that hour, right? The tutor will wait for you 20 minutes. So we hope that you get there on time, maybe 5 minutes before your tutoring session, and then you just wait for your tutor. And we tell the tutors the same, just be there on time, 5 minutes before, just in case. Set your alarms in your phones, on your phones, because it is important that you remember classes on time. But in any case, the tutor will wait for you 20 minutes. You also confirm the time that you're available for your conversations. So we will send you information. You can send us email in case that your hours change. Please let us know. Now, the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to have super classes. And, but before we go there, what I wanted to tell you is that the classes, the tutoring sessions are open. That means, let's say that you, for whatever reason, were absent on Monday. Well, on Tuesday or Wednesday, you can join another class. Maybe it's going to be not at your level. Maybe it's going to be an advanced class or maybe a beginner class and you're an intermediate class student, but you still can go there and see how other students practice. You will be also listening into the conversation, which is improving your English as well. So in this case, we're talking about the super classes. Every first and third Wednesday of every month, we're going to have something called a super class, which is a meeting just like this one. And you don't have to worry if you don't see them, because we will send you the link for you also to get to see it and to repeat it. Sometimes we want to see one thing more than once because we're missing a couple of words here or there, so you will have the opportunity to see them again. We are really good at sending text and emailing because we want to remind you of your sessions. So 24 hours, we will send you a reminder. And 1 hour before the session, we will send you a text, such a way that you're always on top of your session. And now Stephanie is going to tell us a little bit more about the program, but a different piece of the program that is also very, very important for us.
Yes, so we want to recognize you for the amount of time you're practicing English. And the only way we can do that is all we ask for you to do is to record the minutes that you practice English each day. We will text you the form. So on the screen, you can see an example of that text message. It will say, please record your minutes here. All you have to do is click on that link, and that link will take you to a form. So on that form, we ask you to fill it out every day to tell us how many minutes you practice English each day. So here now on the screen, we show you what that form looks like, and we're going to walk you step by step to fill it out. So the first step is you're going to select the first letter of your name. So if my name is Shirley, I'm going to click on select letter. I'm going to find the letter S, and then look for my name. So your name should be on there. If your name is not on here, contact us and we'll fix it, but your name should be on there. I'm going to click on my name, click submit, and then now it's going to take me to the form. I'm going to put the date that I'm logging the minutes for. And then it has like 5 or 6 different activities. For each activity, you're going to tell us how many minutes you practice English doing that activity. If you didn't do that activity that day, it's okay. Simply put 0 minutes, no problem. There's nothing wrong with that. Then towards the end of that form, it's going to ask you did you have a tutor session today? You can see that here in this yellow box. You can choose yes, no, or yes. If you had a tutor session that day, please click yes. The reason why we want you to do this is so that you can tell us how that tutor session is going. So for example, if I had a tutor session, I'm going to click yes. I'm going to put the name of my tutor. Let's say it was Amber. And then I'm going to answer a few questions about that session. The reason why we want you to do this is so that you can tell us how helpful that session was, or if it wasn't helpful, you can tell us how it can be improved, because we won't know how to help you unless you tell us what you need. And now, like I said, filling out that form is very important for us because it's the only way that we can reward you for practicing English. And we will reward you through prizes. Isn't that right, Miriam?
That is true. We love to send prizes away. So we will send you things that are actually useful to you, like dictionaries or calendars. And who knows, if you're, maybe one day you're going to receive chocolates. That I don't know. I'm not promising. I'm just saying that that's the way that we want to reward you, because we know it is challenging. We know that you are putting your time and your money and your willingness to learn a new language. So it is important for us to also thank you. And of course, there are some questions out there, and these are the questions that some students have asked me actually. And they ask me, do I get homework? Do I get homework? And I'm like, yes and no. So the answer is no, not the homework that you usually get. Like, for instance, you will get a piece of paper and an activity sheet, and then you have to fill in the blank and kind of things. But for me, it is, if you want to call it homework, these are very fun activities that you're going to receive, because we are going to be sending you things to do, activities to do, or strategies to practice. And you're going to be practicing your speaking skills, your listening skills, and your reading skills. And everything that we send you, we expect you to actually click those links, open those, watch the YouTube videos, repeat, pause them, repeat it again, and that way you will be reading, submerging yourself or immersing yourself in English. So that's kind of the homework, the fun homework that we sent. And then about exams and text, Stephanie, tell us the news. Do we get exams, or we send texts to students?
So you will not get exams. We will just, like Miriam said, we will send you fun activities that you can use to practice English, but we will not test you in any way, so you don't have to stress about getting tested like that.
That's good. That's good, because I am not that much of a friend of exams, but I like to do the activities. I like to do the work, and I like to always like to do my best. So the other questions that we receive is that, how do you know that I'm learning? The student would say, right? How do you know that I am learning? Well, it is because you are going to have tutors, right? The tutor is going to notice that you are speaking more, or that you are more confident with your English, that you speak better, or a better English than before. So that's one way. But the other way is that, remember the forms that you're going to be completing every time? So you go and you click in the form and you tell us, okay, today I went to the movies. And how many minutes was that? Oh, that was 2 hours, so 120 minutes of full English. That will translate into points. And then we will be rewarding for the more you practice, the more minutes you practice English, the more points you will get. And so that's what you can say. You can say, I can practice English all day long. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be listening to the radio, you can be watching TV, you can go to the movies, you can have a friend that is either bilingual or that is monolingual. In this case, that only speaks English, and ask that person, to be your friend. So I think this is it for today. Thank you so much, Stephanie, And thanks for the time that you're investing to watch this video. And we will see you soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.